The left articulate my case against them better than I ever could. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about this crazy video from House Rep Cori Bush from St. Louis. Now, I covered her a little bit when talking about this eviction moratorium, how she was out there eating all these little snacks, the Cheez-Its and the Ding Dongs and the Ho-Hos and Oreo cookies and whatnot. Neatly placed, kind of like product placement, but that's a different story, and I digress. No, I did a little bit of a story about her, but now we have yet another video from Cori Bush, and I can't really tell if I'm being trolled or if she's being 1000% serious. But before I go down the rabbit hole, let's roll the clip. In this clip, you're going to see and hear Cori Bush talking about defunding the police, but at the same time, private security and how those two things mesh together. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what she said there. Then I give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
The thing, I won't let them get that off. You can't get that off. I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend 10 more dollars on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety nets.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, that was crazy, 1000% crazy. But first question right away, are you surprised at all? Are you in any kind of way surprised? I mean, if you've been paying any kind of attention, if you know how the left operate, if you've watched me for more than a couple of videos, you shouldn't be surprised at all. This is par for the course. But, you know, the thing is, usually they don't come out and say it that directly. They kind of hint towards it, or you find out later, like how we found out a bunch of these city leaders, these mayors and whatnot, had private security for themselves going into the millions of dollars, not even the 200,000. She just said casual, like it's nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 200, 10 or whatever. I don't care. Not just that big amount of money. I'm talking about into the millions. I think it was the mayor of Baltimore, the young guy that's in there, the mayor of DC, and I think maybe even Lori Lightfoot or somebody else. All black Democrats all say defund the police, hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter. They all say that. But then when it comes to their personal space, to their life, to their family's life, oh, we got to spend $3.2 million, $2.8 million, XYZ amount of dollars on private security. You saw the same thing in Minneapolis with the city council having private security, probably in Freeport, Washington, Portland, Oregon, everywhere all over the country. The same people that advocate for defunding the police, hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter, all cops are bad people. The same ones that say that they want to protect themselves with private security. So security for me, but not for thee. Now I understand police can't be there like 24/7 to be your personal bodyguard. I understand that. However, they oftentimes are the last bastion of hope in a lot of these communities. We've seen the results of defunding the police all over the nation, having homicide rise 20%, 30%, 50% in Atlanta, Georgia, 800% year to date in Portland, Oregon at one particular point in this year, 800% rise in homicide, not just petty crime, not just the larceny and things of that nature, carjacking, that kind of just goes on. And nobody really cares. I'm talking about people being murdered, innocent people, little kids, old people, everybody. So I don't want to hear this whole thing about, oh, it's gang banging ABL and they don't have any money. I don't want to hear that at all. Okay, what does an 8-year-old little girl got to do with anybody gang banging or some kind of financial problems? What's the excuse that anybody can give me for killing an 8-year-old girl? How about a 77-year-old man, David Dorn, and the 8-year-old, Sequoia Turner? What's that got to do with anything other than just violent people behaving violently? Okay. And then going back to St. Louis, you have a lot of people that get engaged in violent crime, that shoot, loot, carry on, and they get slaps on the wrist. The law enforcement apparatus, they're doing the best that they can with the, few guys that are still left on the force, those that have not been forced out, those that have not been defunded, those that have not been marginalized, villainized, hurt in the line of duty because of the whole defund the police narrative, those that are still there are doing their job, getting these guys arrested, getting these guys locked up. But then when it comes time for the judge and the prosecutor and everybody else to do their part, the DA, all these people, all of a sudden they getting slaps on the wrist. All right, you didn't shot 75 black people as a black person. You're a serial shooter. You're a serial gang member. You're a serial robber. You're a serial criminal. You're a terrorist in the community as a black person, terrorizing the black community. Yet when you go in front of the judge, all of a sudden you getting a slap on the wrist, releasing no bail, and then you go out and do the same thing over and over again. And everybody's like, what's going on? The police ain't working. Let's go ahead and defund them. It's the dumbest thing in the world. But hey, you don't need security, but they'll have it. She said it straight to you. So it's not just me drawing conclusions, because I could say, well, they're talking about defunding the police and then they have private security. So this must mean they don't really care about you. They care about themselves. I could say that. And in my opinion, that'd be an accurate assertion of what's happening. But I'm not hearing it directly from them in such an explicit manner. But you heard it right from Cori Bush, elected official, U.S. House rep, federal government rep from St. Louis. Okay, part of the JV squad, if you will. Because, you got the squad, the regular squad, right? Your AOCs, your Ilhan Omar, all these people, that's the regular squad. But she's part of the JV squad. They're all kind of going for the same thing. She was out there taking pictures of Bernie Sanders and AOC. Like, they're all part of the same kind of group. They come in there and they telling you that we, as a political class, we want to be the elites. We are the elites. We deserve private security on your dime, by the way. This is taxpayer money because she's with the federal government. So it's your taxpayer money. You're working your fingers to the bone. You're understaffed. You're undersupplied. Your expenses are going up. You got rental properties. You're talking about eviction moratoriums. You can't, keep up with your bills. And you still got to pay taxes regardless of what. So she's taking that taxpayer money, protecting herself. But for you, nope, you got to defund the police, and that's very important. It's crazy, but hey, like I've said, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you're not surprised in the least bit. You expect this kind of behavior from people like Cori Bush, AOC, Ilhan Omar, all these leftist mayors and house reps and everybody else. This is what you expect. Straight hypocrisy. Security for me, but not for thee. Matter of fact, not only are we going to defund the police, we're also going to say you can't have a gun. So you can't even protect yourself, let alone call the police and have them do anything. But as I close, I want to say this. I think everyone knows that security is an issue. It's a problem that we all face. The problem is a lot of people, they take their security for granted. A lot of these leftist voters take their security for granted. Those that kind of live out in the suburbs and crime is not really a problem and they have money, they feel like, okay, I have to vote for leftists because they are advocating for the poor black and brown person, the poor white person or whatever. They're advocating for them. You pass them all the time on your route to work or whatever. You see them out there in the street corner. You're thinking they're doing the good thing by defunding the police, but it's not a good thing. Homicides going up, assaults going up, and it's going up right in the neighborhoods that you say that you want to help by voting Democrat. And those that are in the neighborhood who vote Democrat are just ignorant. They don't know any better. The craziest stat that I saw as I close is that 66% of black New Yorkers do not have the shot for the bug, right? But at the same time, it's the left who are overwhelmingly talking about get the shot to the point where they're going to have mandates. And if you don't have this particular thing, you won't be able to go to XYZ restaurant, to XYZ movie theater. Sounds a lot like what happened in the past with Jim Crow. It's weird how the people that are against Jim Crow, who are victims of Jim Crow, at least their ancestors were, you want to vote for the very same people that did that back then and want to bring it back right now, albeit for a different reason. It's perplexing, and I hope people just wake up and realize what's going on rather than going through the same old ridiculous song and dance year after year after year after year with no visible improvement at all. If anything, there's regression, no improvement. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about that Waffle House waitress? I mean, U.S. House Rep Cori Bush talking about, yeah, I'm gonna have security. We're gonna spend $200,000 is nothing. We're gonna spend however much money we're gonna spend, but we're still gonna defund the police. How does that make any sense? Does it? Am I just not seeing what's happening here? Maybe my IQ is not above room temperature, and maybe she's a smart one. Who knows? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. Leftists are hypocrites, in my humble opinion, by nature. Not just regular normies, usually. Sometimes they are, but the politicians, big hypocrites. You know, without double standards, they will have no standards. That's what I see from them all the time. And as I said from the beginning, they do more to prove my point for me and everyone else than I could ever do. I can articulate how I feel from my point of view and having my biases or whatever, but she's telling you what's going on in no uncertain terms. It's pretty clear what's happening, but hey, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I can't hear or see what I hear and see. Maybe something's wrong with me, but whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.